Hello, Toddbog here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 4. We're going to tackle our Senator and try and get him elevated to Dark Emperor in this game. This was by request of Tylus, one of our viewers, who asked for a guide or for a guide on how to do it. So we're going to kind of show that off and show what we did. So we're going to take advantage of that. And then our next playthrough after this one will be the Baron playthrough, so you'll be able to check out that class as my next playthrough. That was also by request, so we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that as well. So that was by Boris Reimer, so Reimer probably. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we'll always do large maps now. We're going to do Fallen Empire, because that's our best chance of getting the Dark Emperor start. Let's see. Everything else is default. This will be a beginner-friendly playthrough, so I'll try and explain things as I go. If I miss anything, though, feel free to add or to comment below, and I will definitely address those comments and answer any questions you might have on why I've done certain things and that kind of nature. So this was cool. This was a nice little time save as well. Jacob Rennell commented that if I delete the other AIs and then just with the one set it to count and then add new players, it will retain the difficulty for those players. So this saves me a bit of clicking, so kind of neat for those of you who didn't know. So we're choosing the Senator. So Senator is pretty worthless in his own right. He hits like a limp noodle and doesn't really do anything, except he has the ability to become Emperor, which is what we're focusing on. But his faction gets a 50% increase to gold income, 50% increase to trade values. Watchtowers can be used as citadels. Augurs are great because they can scout out the map for a small gold cost. Revelers can take ancient force over and create random spawns that will scout the map and capture things for you. And then you get more wizard mercenaries, so very cool. I did enjoy my first playthrough, so if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. That is not a Dark Emperor playthrough, but you get to see the faction in all its glory as well. And then you can take a ride along with me on this one here to see what goes on here. So, graveyard with a white, huh? Not great. I don't have anything to take over, but anyways, here's the Emperor. Here's his 1 power, coronation, 600 gold, and only possible in capital locations. So we're going to go ahead and sentry him up. Theocratus is nothing special. He's just a centurion. Our army consists of 3 types of troops right now. Veles, which are weak, no armor, and small shield, so they only block 0 to 1 damage total. But they throw javelins like all our troops do, and then they have a spear for 1 to 4. The next step up, and probably the mainstay of our force, will be Hastade. They get 1 armor and a large shield, so they block 1 to 4 damage on average. And they also have the javelin, and they attack with a short sword instead for 1 to 5 damage. And then their step up is this, which is identical to the Hastade, but they have an extra damage on their short sword, so, and an extra hit point as well. So overall, pretty standard troops, nothing crazy. The one thing you don't have with these is archery. The Triarius are ones we'll probably rarely, if at all, use because of their cost and because they're slow, which means that on the world map they won't be able to move as fast. But they have 2 armor and 9 hit points and a large shield, so they block 2 to 5 damage, which is pretty cool. But the ballistas are really cool, siege weapons, usable on anything with a wall to do damage before the battle, and then they actually fire during battles as well, so they fire every 4 rounds, doing a good chunk of damage, and they get bought in pairs, so they do take 50 iron, so that's going to take a while. Speaking of, we always start with 1 trade, so we're going to use that to buy iron, which will then get us an iron income we can use. But so right now, Theocratus is going to transfer up a line of troops, and we're going to go out and explore the world looking for resources. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. It wasn't showing the green, which is a little weird, I think, because the sleeping thing. So we're in the Fallen Empire, so we're going to see a lot of ruins of things, quote unquote, as decoration, essentially, showing off that the world used to be well developed, but then something apocalyptic happened, and so the empire has fallen, and we're living in the remnants of it. All right. So as you can see, we've got a special recruit, archers. This is the only way we can get ranged attackers. They're great for this faction, and I definitely want to recruit them whenever possible. We don't have the gold right now, but we'll be keeping an eye on that. And that's the reason why we'll probably keep a supply of gold even and won't be recruiting right away like we would with, say, other factions. So this is not a great start. No points of interest, which means no boost to our income. Whew, this is terrible. Alright, so archers again. Gladiators and Retiaris are pretty cool. I'll show those off when we're ready to recruit them, but we need to... should we get the archers? Yes. They're just so useful. Okay, Centurion. Alright, we'll take that. Don't think we're going to go much else into the snow right now. It's all going to be snow right now, though, because it's winter. Winter also messes with your income, so... can we take this? No. Not right now. So they've got... towns are pretty good. I love towns. They give you good income and stuff like that, but they're usually fairly well defended with troops that have range, and that just kind of makes them a no-go early on anyway. So Dark Wizard would be cool, but we don't have the gold for it, so we're just kind of speeding through these early turns. Snow slows you down. Normally your standard clear space will take 1 action point. Snow adds 1 to whatever your space does. Your forests are 2 action points. Let's see, we're going to kill this moose. And then your mountains are, your hills are 2, and then your mountains are 3, represented by the boots. So, very useful when you're planning out your moves, because if you optimize your moves, you can save yourself some turns of activity. Love to get those archers, but at this point, I don't have any gold income coming, so I want to save up for any special recruits we can do. Let's go ahead and murder you for now. Might have to murder this white. I don't like whites. Doesn't cause fear. He just has a life drain. So he has 20 hit points, 1 armor. So you got to do all your damage at once, or he'll just zap it back by killing your troops. But you do get a chance at a magic item, and that can be very useful. So let's do it. So awesome. All right. Found a magic item. Ring of Infinite Gold. Awesome. So yeah, that's 5 gold a turn. And so we'll click on this. Let's see. 2, 4. So we're getting 8 there. That goes up to 12, and then we add 5. So the Ring of Infinite Gold doesn't get boosted by my senatorness, but yeah, it's 5 gold a turn. Extremely useful little magic item because it doesn't really take much to manage it. Don't need to step on the pyramids because we don't get any benefit. I need to figure out what faction does, but this is atrocious. You can see we got nothing near us. Nothing we can take anyways, and we haven't been getting any real special recruits either. So, oh well, we start near the capital. That's awesome. So the Haunted Capitolium, as you can see, it doesn't give a lot of gold, but the Haunted Capitolium is is it a recruit point still? No, it is not. Okay, no recruit point. But we now have... Okay, so for all the complaining I've done, it's nice starting out right next to the goal of our mission. So if we can save up 600 gold, we get the Emperor here, or our Senator here, and he becomes a Dark Emperor. So, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and save ourselves. Oh, we can start saving in the old Emperor save, or Senator save spot. We're going to save that just because this will save us some time, and depending on how we do with things like that, we may just leave it as a let's play that shows off the transformation without having to win the map if it becomes an arduous drag. So Okay. So let's take a look here. Well, not much else I can do. I forgot that they have invisible troops, so let's see what we get. Okay. Horror Mantis is terrible. As you can see, 4 attacks, 1 to 5 damage, 27 hit points, 1 armor. It's going to take some beating on him to kill him. But if we can kill him, then we've got access to this area, so we're just going to... So we lost a few people, but nothing crazy, so... makes me scared to do this. Yeah, I figured it was going to be like that. That's alright. But we do have access to archers, so we're going to go ahead and grab them. We're not going to grab the Centurion right now. Oh my god. Okay, this is bad. Okay. Well, I don't normally do this, but we're going to restart because that was a bad move on my part. All right, and now we're back. So yeah, that was a bad move on my part, so we're not going to let that go through just because that was going to end our run, and this is just too good to pass up for a run. So I apologize for anybody who would like a more pure playthrough, but we'll just do this little bit of save scumming for the purpose of being able to accomplish this, because I don't think we'll get a start as good as this in the future. So alright, so we do have a Renata. Renata would probably be really cool to have. She's a spellcaster and good against undead. So yeah, we'll go ahead and grab the Renata. So at this point, we know that the capital is dangerous, and we don't want to deal with them. So as much as I'd like to get the trade district and all that, there's just too much there. So we're not going to deal with them. The Renata, so let's take a look at her. She has Purify, which is 1 to 10 damage, 2 strikes. Only affects undead, though. But does 1 to 10 damage magic, which is phenomenal for undead. Then she has Cleansing Water, which is 1 to 2 damage, double versus undead and stuns. So otherwise, nothing too crazy, but the Renata is also important because the Emperor can get married, and so she should be able to get married to the Emperor once we declare and utilize that. So we'll go ahead and turn. Alright, more archers. Let's go ahead and grab those. These guys are terrifying. As you see, they have the 4 attacks. So just like the other guys, they're pierce resistant, so all our javelins aren't going to do anything. And then the 32 hit points. And then the final step is they do another 1 to 6 with lightning on the 2 attacks and stuns. So 4 attacks, 2 stun, and those 2 attacks do 1 to 6 damage twice. Crazy. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, other than having the capital near us, there really isn't anything around us. Okay, Temple Pyramid. Let's see what happens here. Okay, more of these mantis. So this map is definitely focused on these manti. Okay. Serpent Priest Augur. Okay, Augur is going to be great. We're going to need them if we can afford them. Can we afford them? We can. What we can't afford is after we get them, we won't be able to get our scrying ability because it costs 3 gold. But I'll show off what that does afterwards. So we now have a temple pyramid. It's just 1 gold. Has a temple part, so we'll get access to usually more priests than other gameplay styles. But let's see. We're just going to go here, and we're going to end turn. So augurs can do scouting essentially. So right, gladiators, ready, Aris, and Centurion. So basically, I just grab the augur. I hit scry. It's 3 gold, and then I can hit a spot. So yeah, we'll actually hit the capital so you can see. And it'll basically identify everything in that 9 group spot. So as you can see right now, we've got these horror mantises, which are just crazy. They're not undead, so we can't use the Renata to clarify them, but these things are terrible. This would have been even worse to run into. 4 tentacles, but it has confusion. Confusion can transform your troops, and it's 34 hit points. So yeah, those guys would have done some damage for sure too. So yeah, we took over the one part. We got lucky on that. It's the one part we need, so that's good for us as well. So we can do that scouting. It'll spot everything that's there, and it'll also reveal things that we haven't seen yet. So at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and move down, and we're going to end turn. And as you can see, during the winter, we have no gold, essentially. So we'll go do that. We'll murder you. There's a Venus flytrap there, huh? All right, so we're going to go ahead and do some scrying. And then I will show off. Okay, so there's an ancient forest there with a bucket load of Deer Tribe Shaman people. So they're basically really weak, but they just come in massive numbers. And the bowmen are just like any other bowmen, so they're quite effective. So interesting. Okay. So the recruit we got is one that I always look for, is the Tenestade, because for 20 gold more than your standard recruit, you get twice the number. It doesn't even cost you any extra iron, so it's awesome, but unfortunately right now we don't have the gold, so he's using his wand of fear to make things run away. It's hilarious. That would be nice to get to, but they always give it to you when you don't have gold. Something came up here and took all 3 of my farms. Alright, well, let's do some more scrying, shall we? I'm just going to do this. Pyramids there. Okay. There's absolutely no points of interest anywhere. At this point, taking these farms might be worthwhile, just so I can get some extra boost to income, but we'll go ahead and take that back there. Alright. So here we're going to transfer. Let's grab these archers. This will make this force so much more effective. And then we'll come here. And we definitely want to scry. Okay, an iron mine. That would be really good to take. And only 4 gobos to clear out, so we can definitely... Oh, of course. Now we need to scry that area again, unfortunately. Because I got to see what that army is. Alright, so we've got an undead player, or a necromancer. They've got a dream crystal. This is awesome because it gets you basically an extra action point for your leader, and you resist sleep-based attacks. So you're immune to sleep. He's got insanity, so basically as they summon undead, they get insanity, and there's a chance every time you do that that you will go insane, or that you won't act. So basically you'll freeze up on the map and you can't move any further. So he's the Necromancer's Apprentice. Otherwise, they're really not that powerful right now. They can get really powerful in the future, though. The Soulless are just zombies, essentially. They do 1 to 2 damage. They're clumsy, so they miss half their attacks anyways. So they're just meat shields, really. The Spirit Warriors are a little tougher because of their etherealness. And then the rest of these guys are just normal troops here or long dead. And as you can see, they've got an assortment of different weapons. So this guy's actually have a broadsword. This one's just using his fists. So whatever they had, they get raised with. They do have 5 archers, but overall, our force would definitely scare their force, even though they have twice the number. So because of our armor. But okay. Well, we'll just have to do some old-fashioned exploring. We'll come back for you, Capital. Alright, let's go ahead and scry up old battlefields. That old battlefield is empty though, so that's probably where they got their crystal, dream crystal. Alright, those are useful just for extra punch, so let's go ahead and do those. I'll show you them, as I told you I would. If I didn't already, I can't remember now. 2 attacks, 1 to 7 damage each with 1 armor, 11 hit points. Really cool. These guys do 1 to 8 damage with 1 attack, but they also have a net, which will cause an enemy to get caught up. I believe it stuns, and they have 1 armor as well. So quality, and they always come in pairs, so you'll always be able to recruit them as a pair. But all right, let's scry some more here. I don't know which way we got to go. Definitely not there. All right, end our turn. So, we never have the money for the Histade. I should have held out, I guess. All right, I wonder where the Necromancer came from. Guess we'll find out. Let's do our scry here. Kind of wish scry had a shortcut key. Okay, well, not useful. Save up our gold here. Let's go ahead and scry ahead of time. See if it's worthwhile coming down here. Alright, so this is the main Necromancer force. The Banes are pretty rough because it decays. Decay basically means that if you get hit by it, you'll take a point of damage each round of combat, or if you win the combat, then your guys will die. They will not survive the combat one way or the other, so kind of rough. Where's he at? He's at 15 insanity. He's got a demon whip. Okay. Necromancy level 2 spells, rough there. Ghost archers are rough because their spectral bows do magic. Doesn't affect us as much, but some factions, like other undead players, would definitely hate it because any ethereal troops they have will be just obliterated by those. Because magic ignores etherealness. Otherwise, yeah, pretty traditional force. Nothing crazy, but nothing I want to get my hands into. But we will come down here, and we're going to take this iron mine for now. I believe that's everybody, so... do that. Just making sure there weren't any surprises. 15 gold is terrible. Okay, well, we took this, so that's good. I don't know if we'll be able to keep it with these 2 forces here. Daibakumano are kind of fun. These guys are great. I love them. If you haven't seen my playthrough of that, definitely watch that. The regular Bakumano show are just trash, but you often get buckets of them for free, so I'm going to take them out. Keep control of our iron mine here. At this point, you guys probably need to recruit some Histade just to serve as a deterrent. At this point, let's take a look at what's over by the Capitol here. More trash. Very cool. Alright. Eliminated those guys. Yeah, those the big ones, if you can get them in serious numbers, are high-quality troops for sure. Just go up this way, I guess. Nothing else we can do here. We'll do a scry. Okay, there's a gold stream, but they got buckets of troops there. And these guys are okay, but because they got a lot of hit points and decent armor. They missed 20% of their attacks, though. And then these guys, yeah, throw rocks. So nothing crazy, but they do have large numbers of them. And with their hit points, they'll do some damage, so I don't want to risk it for now. Although, right now, we don't really have a lot of options, do we? Alright, well, we'll just come up here. Up to 69 units. You'll only get stronger as you summon more. Your insanity, though, is only 32, so you're not doing any summoning right now. Let's go ahead and scry. Coal mine, so we could easily take that. But my lord, this is not my favorite. Okay, 5 archers, that's great. So 47 units. They tried to split, and they ran into something here, so I'm going to try and avoid that something there. Because whatever it was, it eliminated their force. Yeah, we're definitely going to grab those archers. And we're going to go ahead and scry. So scrying does kind of slow down the game, unfortunately, but it's just way too useful to not do. Slime molds and a bridge, which gives you gold. Okay. Alright. Serpent Priest would be cool, but we don't have gold. Alright, so the question is, do we come up here, transfer our entire army, and go for it? I mean, we'll obliterate those undead. Because he doesn't have any high-quality undead at all. So yes, I think we do. But we're going to have to wait a turn. So I'm going to go and end turn. A large army of trolls and goblins have invaded the gold mine. Okay, I don't know where that's at, but... Alright, let's go ahead and scry. I need to see this square anyways, see if there's anything there isn't. Just make sure there's no hidden units. There was a hidden unit there, but I'm not worried about it. And more Deer Tribe Shaman. Okay. So Theocratics. Let's go for it. So, only thing I'm worried about, this. So he can cast Fear, so it's going to cost some of my troops to run, but it's only one target. And then Drain Life is going to be annoying, but otherwise, nothing here really worries me. That sound is him doing Drain Life. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. There we go. So we got our Dream Crystal. Sweet. Doesn't really mean much for him, but still cool to have. Because you get that 4th action point. But since his army only moves 3, it really doesn't change anything, right? So, alright. Let's go ahead and take that back. And then we got to eliminate some of these animals, and we'll probably have to come up here and take care of that. Because I don't have any other sources of income. It's crazy. Okay, let's see. Gold stream, I mean, we pretty much have to save up for taking over those parts there. The bear's about to take an income out of there, so. Summer, good. So I have the time to get up here, and I mean, maybe we think about taking out Bogatown with the archers we have and everything. I think we could do it without too much trouble. Go ahead and scry. Might as well scry up here to see if there's anything. Nope, it's all water. Centurion. What do you have again? Yeah, we can take that out. We're going to take some casualties, but we need that income. My lord, do we need that income. Yeah, normally you're running away with gold at this point, but they're just not giving it to us. Okay, guard tower there, so. Alright, we'll go ahead and end turn. Serpent Acolyte. So do that and that. Grab all that, and then we'll come in and smack into that. Let's go ahead and do some more scrying, see if there's any value to going further over. Yeah, Creeping Doom's rough. Mainly because he's invulnerable to any non-magical or any slash, pierce, or blunt damage. So So even if it's magical, you can't hurt this thing. So you just don't touch it. It hits you 4 times and can wipe out an entire army for most forces. There's a few that have just straight magic damage without the slash and all that. So that's usually your saving grace. But okay. Well, since we've got it, we're going to recruit the archers here. Because I don't think we had anything there. Yeah, that would have been bad. I should have been paying attention to that. But either way, we're going to go ahead and scry. Now let's go ahead and look down here. All right. I don't know why I came this way. I'm an idiot. Okay. At least we can all admit it, right? So, do that. Continue our scrying. Oh, that's pretty cool. Dream Horror. I don't know if I've seen this one before. Oh, I may have. So the Dream Horror is quite interesting. He's invisible, so normally you would never see him. Most people don't have the scouting necessary to see invisible troops. Spirit Sight is what you need. There's Acute Senses and then Spirit Sight are the levels. Dreamless Sleep, though, he casts sleep across the entire battlefield, so your entire army could be asleep by the time he even starts. And then he hits you twice with these Astral Claws. And then the hooks cause horror marks. Horror marks mean more of these horror-type creatures are going to start hunting you down. So they're actually going to start targeting you and finding you and everything. So the astral hooks are pretty nasty. It's armor negating, so it's probably going to do the damage. And then yeah, you're just going to have those horror marks. So even if you do winning battle against it, you're going to have some problems. So interesting. Okay. Okay, gladiators, all these things that I can't afford, but I can afford to fight here. So we'll take that. We'll go ahead and do a bit of scrying. I don't think it's worth going this way at this point, but might as well take a look here. Look-see. And let's see our battle. So those archers are going to do some damage. But my lord can cause fear, so... Oh, their high lord's gone. It's the best melee troop by far. Yeah, so our lord did his job. That's awesome. Oh, Dryad Queens. I hate Dryad Queens. At least on the other side of it. Our troops do stand up fairly well against Dryad Queen troops, though, so there is that. Yeah, so we took some damage, but overall we came out on top. The only problem is now Dryad Queen's coming, so she's going to probably take our stuff. But we'll deal with that in the next video. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I don't normally do the save scummy thing, but literally... I guess it's debatable now seeing the points of interest near me, but this was a great start for the purposes of our video, which is to become Dark Emperor. So if we could just control the points of interest we have, slowly build our army, and eventually we'll be able to march our guy over and become Dark Emperor and see what that's like. It's going to take a bunch of gold, but you know, we'll see what happens with all that. So if you did enjoy the video, I hope you continue to watch. And I will bid you guys farewell.